Just a quick one. This program, Vivid View, is slated for youth between the age brackets of 18 to 30 years as audience. However, there's no limit to its viewers. It cuts across all religion, ethnic affiliations. So welcome to this program, Vivid View. Vivid View, say and do it. And in this corner, look for the humor in a negative situation. Say something, somebody.
Okay, I believe that life is about perception. Every coin has two sides. There's always positivity and negativity. So every time we decide to focus on the positive side, we determine a favorable outcome at the end of the day. So your perception eventually leads to the direction your life will turn out to be.
In every painful situation, there's something to gain. Like a wise man said that there is no star without a scar. Painful situations come in life, but you ask yourself, what is the lesson I must learn? What is the positive side I must get?
All right, thank you so much. The major word there is humor. And humor means laughter, something that can keep you, going. So it says, look for humor in a negative situation. Sometimes don't just look as if, in any situation you find yourself, look as if the whole world is collapsing on your head. Try and make yourself happy. Try and, ease off yourself by yourself. You're the only one that can do that. No other person can do it for you. For instance, I say laugh out your sorrow and be happy, because it must surely be there. Life's not a bed of roses all through. There are also some hinges here and there. So when you find yourself in such situation, try and make yourself happy. That's where the humor comes in there. Remember that you're not the only one passing that road. You're not the only one in that position. There's some people that go and commit suicide for whatever reason. You're not the only person in that situation. If you give yourself little humor, you find that you surmount that problem than taking laws into your hands and take your life. So try in whatever condition you find yourself that is negative. Some of your loved one died, or you didn't have a good job, or something will happen, you're into depression and all. Try and get yourself out of depression. Try and get yourself out of problem by putting things that can make you laugh. We all have our handset. If it's to listen to music before the thing goes up, because it comes in your thoughts, in your mind, that, your own is finished. Don't ever accept your own is finished. Try to make yourself look happy. That's my own opinion. We'll continue the business for today. I say, apparently, the topic for discussion today is stress management in trying times. Don't go away as we take this short break, and when we come back, the guests will be introduced. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, the topic is stress management in trying times. And with me in the studio to do justice to this topic is a clinical psychologist. Let's make welcome Gloria Isaiah Ita.
Vivid View.
Say and do it. Please, before discussion proper, follow us on our social media handles are displayed on the screen. Gloria, welcome again.
Thank you.
Please, I'm so sure you know what we're discussing today, so please, can we have your perspective on the subject matter?
Okay, when we talk about stress, stress is what we go through every day. So as a human and as people living things, human beings would always have stress, right? Because stress so we have the positive stress, which is your day-to-day stress, like we call the youth stress, like when you have an exam and you're preparing for an exam and you have to read, that's like kind of stress, but it's a good stress. Or when you go for an exercise.
That one is inevitable.
Yeah. Or when you go for an exercise, you face some kind of stress, which is the good kind of stress. However, we also have the negative stress, which I think is what we are talking about right now.
Yeah.
Is when you are unable to cope with situations that you are going through, right? That you becomes very overwhelming and you're not able to manage it. And that's the stress we're talking about. And, when we talk about stress, stress can be caused by many things, can be caused by day-to-day activity. But the major thing that goes on in managing your stress level is your ability to handle the stress. Because sometimes people don't know how to handle challenges of life, and then it becomes really overwhelming, and then it amounts to stress. So stress management is actually a very important topic and something that we should discuss about so that we could learn ways on how we can manage ourselves as people.
Thank you so much. That's a very good one. I'm so sure that there are factors that constitute stress in lives of people. Can you mention some of them?
When we talk about stress and stressors can be anything, right? So what can constitute stress for person A may not
be for person B.
constitute stress for person B. So
That's right.
different individual might see different situations as stressful differently. That's why you see that maybe in a family, maybe a loss of a parent, two siblings might react to that loss of a parent differently, because stress is usually not as a result of even the situations, because situations from time to time we always have difficult situations. I mean, if you live in Nigeria, this part of the world, you would know that there are a lot of things out there that are there to stress you. But you find out that some people, while some people are coping better with this stress, some other people are maybe committing suicide or going through it really, really bad than other people. And it's just about how we are able to cope with our stress. So as a psychologist, when I look at stress based on your ability to cope with those challenging situations, because it varies from different people. You know, some people are more resilient and are able to face difficult situations than other people. And that's the differences that comes up with stress and people's perception to stress.
Okay, like some of the things that can constitute is maybe family issues, as we just mentioned.
Yes,
It could
exactly.
be lots of loved ones. It could be unemployment.
Exactly.
Your mates have job and you don't have. You'll be moving from one office to another office, or even trying to lay your hands on few things, yet no one is working. It can also cause stress. Health challenges can also cause big stress, you know, and then you start panicking and and then you compound the situation.
Yes,
Instead
exactly.
of helping matters. So that is what we're discussing now, how we can manage it when we find it. Because it's surely they are there. We can't run away from them. Good thing she mentioned now to us that they are good stress and they are the one that is bad one. But we're concentrating one on the bad one. How can you manage that bad one? That's the idea. So what is the worst feeling a person can have and why?
I would say that the worst feeling anybody can have is possibly to have a defeated mindset, right? Or a mindset that just allows you to just give up on the situation. Because the truth is, like we have said before, you would always go through difficult times. But when you go into a difficult situation with that mindset of defeat, you can't come out of this, it makes it even difficult for you to find a solution. You know, what happens in depression, for example, that makes people to maybe kill themselves is that lack of hope. When people have lost hope, like they no longer see, you no longer see the positive in the situation that is going on. So challenges would always come, but the worst thing that you can do as a person is go through challenges with a defeated mindset, with a mindset that there is no hope or there is no way out of it. No matter how difficult a situation is, there is always a way out. Even if it might not be like in a case of a chronic illness, for someone who has been diagnosed of a chronic illness, you know, at that point, you know that, oh, I have this illness and I have to manage it. But there is still a way for you to actually live your life and enjoy your life, even in that situation. But if you go into the situation already thinking that you have a problem or it's over, that's why you see that people might be living with a sickness for a long time, but immediately they are diagnosed. Immediately you just go to the hospital and you just tell them, oh, you have this illness, they begin to die.
Die almost immediately.
Exactly, because of that mindset, that awareness that puts them in that point of defeat or it's over, you know. So that's one thing that I would say.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier in my introduction or in this corner, that people just, oh, my own don't finish. And the moment you accept that your own don't finish, it's finished true, because your mouth, you have said so. The ability to withstand, ability to fight back. Remember, I watched a film, the man was sick and he said, fight it. I was wondering, how can you tell someone that is sick, lying down, almost helpless, to fight? And this fighting it is even from a medical doctor. Was one telling the young man, fight this sickness. And what is he trying to say? It is in your mind already. So tell your mind, I'm not going to die. Even our Bible tells us, and it will be so when you believe it.
Yeah.
I use myself as an example. Many times I've come into serious situation. I just tell myself, one is for a moment. It's not permanent. Are you get what I'm saying? This issue is not permanent. It's for a moment. And I will get out of it. Because I've already settled within myself, I'll get out of it. I will really get out of it. That's why I'm still alive. But when you, I'm sick, hey, in fact, you even create more problem to yourself than, a solution.
Yeah.
So we really need to try and brace up, not to give up easily to issues. Number two, know that you're not the only one in that. There are more people you're better than, So the moment you have all this at the back of your mind, you'll be able to surmount any stress. Stress comes, no. Instead of giving yourself into deep thought, I said deep thought, because that's what also calls it. Deep thought, you're thinking and thinking and thinking. Why not to remove your mind immediately? If it's a sick song like me that maybe I have that gift, I'll just sing. And before I take 2 lines of that song, the thing is off my mind. And I continue again with my life. There's nobody. The rich also cry. Even Dangote will feel the richest man in Nigeria. He has his own problems. If you tell what he's going through, you will not believe. So we all have it. But try not to be in that group that will just accept defeat immediately. No. Fight it. And when you fight in any bad situation, you will come out of it, gloriously. And then you find that life is easy. Now you just condemning yourself, my own don't finish, and that's the end. Your own not finished. In Jesus' name. So we'll take a break now. We'll come back and continue. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
This is Vivid View.